Welcome to Virtual Vespers at Well of Mercy. We're normally broadcasting from our chapel, but this evening we're on the prayer path of the property, one of our many treasures. We have over 2 miles of walking trails through the woods on 110 acres of property. It is a beautiful place to visit, and we're pleased to announce that next week we will start opening to day guests. You'll find out more information about that through Facebook, and we do hope you will consider taking some time for yourself in nature. This evening, I wanted to take you on just a brief walk and tell you a little bit about what has happened on the path during the course of this year. You see, earlier in February, we had a great deal of rain that flooded the property, or part of the trail. At that point, the water was up about 6 feet on the trail by the creek. And in that process, one of our prayer stations, Clarity, was uprooted and sent hurling down the path about 45 feet. We thought that it had been destroyed. It was turned upside down, and it didn't seem like it would have survived the storm, but it did. And we were able to upright the prayer station, the swing, and reinstall in a place very close to where it had been located previously. But we took into account it needed to be on higher ground, a little further away from the creek, and so we moved it up the hill just a bit. Before we closed for the COVID-19 in March, I took a walk on the prayer path and was able to sit at Clarity where it had been reinstalled and just enjoy nature for a bit. What came to mind, though, was the thought that the year 2020 would bring us clarity and 2020 vision. Well, looking at the results of a flood and now a pandemic, I began to question if that was what was really happening. It seemed rather depressing and not something of clarity. But as I sat in the swing for a few moments, enjoying nature, a thought occurred to me. What if our world, both the global world and our internal worlds, need at times to be flooded and to be shut down, to be given a moment of pause, to think about the direction of our life, how we're using our resources, our time, and what we are actually focusing on? It occurred to me that maybe our clarity needed to be repositioned, and we needed to take stock of how we were actually caring for our land and for ourselves. Join me for a few minutes as we sit in the prayer station at Clarity. And I'll give you an opportunity to view the creek and listen to the wind and nature. And before we close, I'll have a reading for us and a blessing. One of our favorite books to include in night prayers is by Sue Monk Kidd, When the Heart Waits. We've used this since really we opened. It was one of Sister Donna's favorites, and it's one of mine as well. Just have a brief reading. So close your eyes if you'd like, and imagine you're in the woods here at Well of Mercy, enjoying one of our peaceful prayer stations. Many times in my experience of waiting, I did not know how to pray, or simply didn't have the strength for it. How wonderful it was to answer Jesus' invitation and sit while he prayed in me. I gave myself permission to rest, and in the stillness, I listened, knowing that somewhere within me there really were sighs and whispers. I could barely hear the beautiful breath of God drawing me quietly toward new life, praying me slowly toward the light. We hope this time of slowing down has given you the opportunity to get closer to your own soul and to the Spirit of God. We invite you to take time out each day to enjoy nature, and if your schedule allows, we hope that you'll be able to visit us in the very near future. We thank you so much and send well blessings your way. Amen.